This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, welcome back. Today is June 21st, 2023. I'm your host, Mackenzie Barwell, here to give you all things Forge FC. A few things to get into today, including yesterday's matchup against Vancouver FC. I know it was a late one, so I'll just do the Coles notes in case you missed it. And then we'll hear from Manjrekar James and Coach Bobby Manjrekar at the post-match press conference and hear their thoughts on the match and the team's overall form at this point in the season. Before we get into our regularly scheduled programming, though, something I mentioned last week and I want to reiterate in case Forge Season Seat members missed it. As of last week, on June 14th, you can get exclusive access to purchase Grey Cup tickets before they go on sale to the general public in July. So the 110th Grey Cup is returning to Tim Hortons Field on November 19th. And of course, we want Forge fans to be a part of it. So if you are a season seat holder and are interested in getting ahead of the game here, definitely take advantage soon because this offer is available while quantities remain. Back to the show last night, Forge FC taking on Vancouver FC for the second time this season, but this time matching up in BC. A few changes for Forge in the starting lineup in comparison to their match last Friday against Valor. Alex Ashanyoti-Janssen back in the center midfield position and Khadim Kane to his right, who secured his first professional start. And similar to what we've seen in previous matchups, a few chances right out the gate for Forge. They managed to hit the post, I think, 2 or 3 times within the first 30 minutes. So a lot of things were done right, particularly in the first half, and we'll hear from Coach Bobby touch on this in a second here. But Vancouver ultimately opening the scoring in the 35th minute and then securing a second one just 4 minutes later off a loose pass from Khadim Kane. Khadim, just 18 years old. He was developed through the CF Montreal youth system, most recently playing with the club's U23 roster in the PLSQ. And just this year, he signed as Forge's youngest player on the roster. He's actually got quite the story, born in Senegal, then moving to Quebec. Now he's played a total of 5 matches with Forge and accumulating 120 minutes on the pitch. Here was Coach Bobby's thoughts on Khadim's performance and effort last night.
Yeah, maybe. That's Khadim Kane's first start, young 18-year-old who's done an excellent job today, and it's unfortunate that's going to be what he remembers. But those moments will make him a better player as we go forward. It hurts us today. It hurts him a little bit. But of course, this kid's got a bright future. Yeah, it's an uncharacteristic error, and it happens in that situation. It's not the best thing for a young player, but he'll learn from it and he'll get better as we go forward. Thank you.
Unfortunately, not the first time I've spoken about this, especially within the past couple weeks now. Forge again not able to put one away in the back of the net. Some of it might need to come from tactical and strategic changes, but some luck would also be nice. As I said, Forge hitting the post a couple times at the beginning of last night's game. We also hear from Manjrekar James, who was moved to a forward position in the second half last night. At the press conference, he gave his thoughts on the match, touching on the importance of keeping a positive mindset throughout the week and especially during training in order for the team to get out of this rut.
I think day by day we just keep doing the good things. I think as you've seen, I think the first 30 minutes we're doing everything that we could. We're positive. We're going forward. We're getting our chances. I just think we just have to keep on doing those things, and we just have to be a little bit sharper in front of that. And I think that's just it. I think everything else that we're doing, I think defensively, offensively, in the third, in the mid, I think we're doing everything right. It's just at the final point, we're just not. At this moment, we're just not getting back into that. I think during the week, we just have to keep our heads and just keep as positive as we can, because sooner or later, the ball has to be in the net. And then, and we'll just go from there.
We'll also hear from Coach Bobby Manjrekar on making the adjustments where necessary, but not abandoning their principles altogether. Because at the end of the day, it's being clinical in the final third that will make the difference. He talks about trusting the team's style of play, knowing that it will continue to create chances for them in future matchups.
Yeah, it's tough because you look at that game and I think we've hit the post 3 times. Early on, we've created another 2 good opportunities, and it just seems to be the tale of what's going on lately in the games. The opportunities are there, the chances are there, the ball's not going in, and on one, let's call it a random play, the ball is going in the back. But that's the story of the game. That's football. You just got to keep your head up, and you got to keep on moving. That's the only thing you can do here. There's no magic touch to it. What we're going to need is goals and a win, and that's what'll get us out of this little situation we're in right now.
As you may have guessed, the team did not practice today. They are currently traveling on their way back from BC. Behind the Beard postponed, so Coach Bobby has the day to settle back in. So we'll hear from him tomorrow after practice. That'll wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much again for listening, and I will talk to you then.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.